Hello, and we are back. Look at us with more amazing people for Experience Love again after divorce event. And we are here happy and just, ready to share more wisdom with you and continue inviting you. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? This is your message. If you are listening to this, if you are watching us, know that this is your message from above, just to say, okay, pick up yourself, just register, have fun, and learn so much tools and insights, and just connect to these amazing people as well as receive the free gift. And okay, we continue talking about this masterclass. This masterclass is 2 weeks interview series that come to your inbox. You do not have to be anywhere at particular day, at particular time. All it is just to click the button to sign up, and then you start receiving 2 interviews per day, which means you have 24 hours to watch 2 speakers per day, and all it takes is 1 hour a day. We all can commit it to ourselves, and this is all about self-care, so let's do it together. And I just want to go around and introduce every speaker. Helen, will start from you. Tell a little bit about yourself and what you're doing in this world.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Great to be here. I am in Taos, New Mexico, and I like to call myself a womb awakener, as well as a medicine woman. And many women are like, who cares about the womb? But that's been a lot of the programming that we've received living in a patriarchal society. And actually, our womb is our treasure chest. It is filled with so many treasures. And I'm all about educating women and then teaching them how to connect with the womb to access it as the treasure chest as the portal for them to come back into their divine feminine energy.
I love it. And, I just wanted to say that today is Helen interview. So everybody who didn't register, you don't want to miss, because she did something special during the interview. But in order for you to find out, you have to register and you have to watch, and we'll come back more for it. Thank you so much, Helen. And it's great to have you with us. Nichole, tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm a fitness coach and I've been doing it for about 3 decades now. Oh my goodness, that is just crazy to think about. I've shifted my training these days to focus on teaching people how to understand their self-worth. Because until you understand your self-worth, self-care is not going to be possible. So motivating people to get their health in order on a busy schedule, but truly understanding what's holding them back and why they're worthy.
Awesome.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We love your energy all the time. Thank you so much for being part of it. Amazing. Jean-Luc, how about yourself?
Hey, everybody. So my name is Jean-Luc. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and we got white stuff on the ground this morning, which is November 2nd. It's not too bad, but still hard to take. But we know it's going to melt the next couple of days before we get into full winter. I do transformational coaching. I got a program called Passionate Life. I help people find their own passion to remove the one that don't belong to them. And we do a lot of things from there, from learning the power of the word, managing your thoughts, the power of the affirmation to create your manifestation, which Irina knows a lot about. There's a lot of things that are involved here to deal with emotion and your different chakras, to know where you have to heal yourself, and take it from there to be able to create your long-term vision, especially after divorce, when you're kind of down the dumps, like, what do I do now? And that's what we work with. And you create the life of your dreams, because we separate the stuff that doesn't belong to you, and having fun in the meantime. And remembering that a divorce or separation is like, it's a grieving process. It's death of a relationship. And sometimes you have those in a friendship, not just as a spouse, but like we talk about divorce, but it's also could be a friend that something happened and you lost that friend for some reason, you decide not to be friends anymore. It's also the same process, because sometimes you're so close to somebody and they're not in your life anymore. But there's always a lot of tools, and we've got so many coaches. I think 28 of us that doing this. So there's a lot of processes here that are different, and so one of them has got to resonate with you, and that's what I love about these groups. This, even though I don't fit for everybody, there's somebody else that will. So mostly I work with women over 40.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jean-Luc. And it's a pleasure to have you with us. Bruno, you're next.
Yes, so hi everybody. My name is Bruno. I am a self-love coach for women. I help women balance their personal life with their professional life in order for them to honor their ambition and inner peace without burning out or feeling ashamed, blaming themselves, or feeling guilty for prioritizing themselves. Yes. And also thank you for inviting me and being able to help people, basically, yes.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us. Awesome. Richard, how about you?
Good morning, Richard Morden, currently in Awakener, Mexico, as my wife and I are digital nomads. We have been traveling steady for 4.5 years now. I think I realized life was temporary, being a farm kid in Ontario. So when you look at that, life is temporary. Like we look for permanence in so many ways, but relationships are temporary, and that goes through our marriages. So helping people understand their journey and who they are in these relationships, and can they have supportive ones. And oftentimes we have the patterns of what we grew up with that are perhaps not so supportive. We have partners that are not, yes, there's lessons to be learned, but we don't have to make it last a lifetime. The awareness of yourself and that, what do I learn? Okay, I'm attracting these people. How do I attract someone different? And I help them unpack their stories and how to change that attraction to someone more supportive. But it starts with you. Everything here starts with you. It starts from the inside out, your experience. And when you change that experience, you can change who's coming in your life and how you want them to be in your life, what type of rules and boundaries. And again, fill your cup first. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much. And thanks for being part of this amazing group. Diane, tell a little bit about yourself.
What an honor it is to be here with all of you people. It is really awesome. For me, for 27 years, I had the best job in the world as Bob Proctor's writing partner. And together we created a curriculum that changed millions of people's lives. Hopefully some of you out there as well. And I had the happy bonus of his mentoring along the way. And over those decades, I wrote and worked with many of the leaders in personal development and science of mind. And in the last several years, I've been creating my own curriculum as a master teacher and a consultant and a speaker. I feel every day that I am moving super fast and on purpose to create these ripples of personal empowerment so that millions of people can rediscover the limitless catalyst that we truly are. And so that we can consciously and together create lives of our choosing and construct thriving businesses of service and give back to this beautiful planet that we find ourselves sharing. That is my purpose, and I love being here sharing it with you.
Yay. Thank you so much. And it's so awesome to have you with us. All right, let's go. Yes. Let's go back. Today's Helen's interview. And I just wanted to touch a little bit, Helen, because, the topic of womb and womb awakener, it's like, something very different. A lot of people never heard of it. And I have to tell you, before I met you, I haven't heard about it either. So I was very eager to learn. Can you just tell a little bit more and give us a little bit like a teaser for people who haven't watched your interview to really step up and watch? And like I said, there is a special surprise for everybody who is watching. But just tell a little bit more about why is it so important to connect to our womb.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, so important. I must say I didn't know it until about a year ago. We women we just think of our womb as something to create babies with, and we have our period once a month. It's annoying and painful, and that's it. However, womb cosmology actually existed before the patriarchy. And as the divine feminine comes back online to join the divine masculine, we women have to connect to our womb. It's our treasure chest, and it just holds so many nuggets in there. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in my interview today. Of why it literally, I like to think of it as a treasure chest and a portal, and it will just send you, and it helps attract the love too. But healing it, opening it, activating it. And so I give some information and guidance and tips and a free gift on how to do that.
Yes, that's beautiful. Awesome. Nichole, share a little bit about your golden nuggets, like from our interview together. What is something that people can't miss? That's why they come and they register and they want to listen to the interview.
We break down what is holding people back. So a lot of the times we have these aspirations, we want to get fit, we want to have this certain body, but we don't realize that a lot of the things in life that we're up against and our roadblocks come from our past. And when we look into those and we dig deep into those, that's when we find the true motivation to move forward. So I really want to show people that they're worth, like I said at the beginning here, and that's what we dig into.
Love it. Thank you so much. Jean-Luc, how about you? Just some of the, teasers. What did we talk on the interview? Something that people really want to listen to.
Well, it's the tools to get back on track, right? And then when we
Mm-hmm.
talk about the passion, there's a lot of emotions behind that, and that's why we have to really sit down and really look at it. Like, where did we succeed, and where did we fail, and what is it that's not ours that keeps nagging at me? That's not mine, right? That's what the question you got to ask, and then look ahead and where do I want to go, and what do I need to do about it? So one thing is that we cannot do it alone. We
Mm-hmm.
all coaches have coaches. So that's why people
Yes.
start to talk. So people that don't know about coaches, they have to understand that when you start getting coach, you will look for other. You'll use a coach for something specific, then you'll be looking for another one. So all of us, as we grew, you look for other coaches that elevate you all the time, and that's the biggest thing. You cannot do by yourself, and you got to find somebody that knows more than you. And one of my
I
coaches,
love it.
yeah, one of my coach always says, "Do not be the big fish in the pond. Be the small fish." Meaning, if you're
Mm.
the big fish, you're not learning. You're always teaching. So if you're the small fish, you keep learning, right?
Oh my God, I love what you shared. And my favorite line is always come with the mind of the beginner. No matter how much you know, there is always something to explore. Like I can't like keep telling that, each one of you when I was interviewing, it was like such a learning experience for me. And I had so much fun and I learned so much with each one of you. And I wanted to add to what you said, John Luke, is people sometimes misunderstand what coaching is all about. They say, oh, you know what? I can motivate myself. I do not need, or they are saying, okay, I've heard about these things. I know it. And I say, no, you do not know it because if you know it, your results would show it. If you still do not have the results that you truly desire, that means you are not that person yet that matches what exactly you want. And that's why you want to have a coach by your side because we are trained in our different modalities to take people that they wouldn't be able to go by themselves. We are trained to be able to see these blind spots that they are not aware of. And we are trained to actually move beyond the logical and just come with the creative side of our mind and like really see the things and to help them to move forward in their life. So yes, coaching is something extraordinary. And for people who never try that, we actually invite them to do that and just for their own good because you'll see how your life is going to change big time. Awesome. Bruno, how about you? Give me like a teaser. What was the interview about?
Yeah. So, well, the interview was, well, what you can expect of the interview is it's like it's not like some like Instagram reel where you have like a quote about it and oh my god, it's so beautiful. No, this actually works. And I think this is what like a lot of people sometimes like they subconsciously when they get into when they see events coming up and they see like all these speakers and everything, and there's this I think I believe there is this subconscious hack where like people like they're so used to seeing something, they will expect the same thing from every single event, and like every single thing that where like people are presenting them, right? But this is not it. You have like 28 speakers here, 20 plus, right, in this event to like give you strategies and they guide you, and like, we talk about our own experiences and all those kind of things. And so from my own, you can indeed expect my own experience, and you can expect because it's like I wasn't divorced, because I'm too young for that. But I was on the sidelines experiencing it when I was a kid. So I don't speak just from my own side. I speak from who I was, which was a child, right? And so my interview is not so much about how it can influence you, but how it can also influence your kids if you do have them. And your kids will follow your example, right? Your kids will follow what you do. Your kids will want to do the same thing that you do because they think that by following your example, they are actually being successful like you, right? So you not only guarantee results for you with what I show you and tell you and guide you on my interview, you're guaranteeing results for your kids as well on the long term because your kids are younger than you, right? So they have more life, hopefully, and faithfully. So yeah, that's what you can expect from my interview.
Awesome. Yay. Thank you. Love it. Love it. What about you, Richard?
Well, I like to think of myself not as a coach, even to use the term, and truly, we're all guides. I don't give marching orders. We walk with you on this path, and oftentimes it's like a London taxi cab driver. We have a destination, but we're going to take many routes to get there. But for all of us, is to empower you. And we're not doing something to you. We're walking this with you, so you have awarenesses and maybe highlighting some points of view, some aspects of you things, so you understand your strength. And all of that is, again, you recognize this journey with the journey map I provide, in the sense that you see how far you come, because often we forget where we were. We forget that, people forget they had fears or phobias and become such a habit. So you recognize your strength of your journey. Okay, I've done this. What else is possible for me? And what else is, and again, continue that like sense of curiosity. And with the no's, the no's to some of the distractions, maybe the phone calls, the extra little phone calls, but you start literally whittling away the pieces that pull your attention away and start allowing yourself to focus on yourself, because primarily this journey is about you and your experience, and that's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much, Diane.
Well, so much of my life story is around the fact that I was sitting at the Jedi Master's feet. I was Bob Proctor's Padme. So, and when I was first starting to work with Bob back in 1995, I was really wadded up. I had a lot of reluctance and resistance and reasons why I hadn't brought this or that into my life. And even though I had a certain level of success, I felt very frustrated. I felt like there had to be more. And so we had so many conversations around my stuck points, one of which had to be about the man and not bringing the man into my life. And I remember having the conversation with him. This was what our interview was about. And he just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed before he could actually answer me and help me through the process. So that interview was how he helped me through that process. But the great thing about that is that everything is the same. And when you understand how the process works, you can transform every aspect of your life in the very same way, because you're an energetic catalyst working with the energy of the universe. And that was really what he taught me. And that's really what I wanted to portray in that interview with you.
Yeah, and it was an amazing interview because I also learned something, although I know about Bob Proctor because I'm certified by Mary Morrissey, who was a dear friend of Bob. And it was just, still there were a lot of gems that I learned from your interview, and definitely for everybody to tune in, something not to miss. And now let's talk a little bit about our free gifts. Helen, what are people receiving as a gift from you? Oh, you are on mute.
There we go. I have offered it's a guided meditation as well as a healing to help you clarify what your desires are, because that's a big one that women don't even know what they want. And our desires reside in our womb. And as you do this, you cultivate this stronger connection with your womb and be able to bring that into fruition.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much. Yay. Nichole, how about you? What is your free gift?
Well, I have to add, it is absolutely only for your VIPs and your registrants. So I'm super excited to offer it, but I'm going to be giving out a coaching session, and it's not just a complimentary introduction. We're going to break down. It's something I usually charge for. And we're going to break down what is holding them back so that they're finally freed from that and they can finally get their health in order on a busy schedule.
Yay, love it. Awesome. Jean-Luc, how about you?
I offered the blueprint of Wheel of Life, which is behind me. It's a beautiful exercise that we do that should be done every 3 months. And basically, we look at 10 areas of your life. Well, it's 5 major and then divide into each. So there's 10 area of your life that we look at. And you get all the worksheet and stuff to do it. You can do it on your own, or you can do it with me for free. It takes about half an hour. And it just shows you where you are in your life. And it's very important to do it. Even I did it a few weeks ago. I was doing a live presentation with my friend that's a business coach. And I got her, when we got to the exercise, she usually does other things. I got her to do it with everybody. And she was amazed, being a coach herself, how she forgot parts of her life. So the wheel will not look like a real wheel. It will look like something like this. Areas are low and some are high. And then you see where you have to concentrate. And even though it just brings awareness, and you see where you're lacking, where you're not paying attention in your life. And then within a couple of months, it's going to go up because your subconscious knows that you have to do it. And we do a few exercises to be able to do this. And if you do it in 3 months, your wheel changes completely. So that's a great exercise just to be aware of where you're at right now and what you have to work.
Absolutely. Yay, love it. Thank you so much. Bruno, how about you? What's your free gift?
Yeah, so my free gift is a playbook. So it's an e-guide, basically. It's called a 30-minute playbook for you to be aware of what you're not aware of, because without awareness, there's no change. Even if people tell you, oh, you should change this, you should change that. Oh, I don't think so. Because sometimes people have to actually be aware for themselves, right? So I have this 30-minute playbook, which is an e-guide that helps you be in control of everything you want to be in control, which is yourself. And it helps you know how to deal with the situation by just self-reflecting on what happened, how it happened, where it happened, with who it happened. But you can also self-reflect how you can prevent it from happening again, right? And then you can always analyze the options of that happen and see if it works. But that's, at least you're not running on empty, right? And that's the most important thing. Is the opposite of self-reflection is overthinking. And you don't want to dwell on your problems. You want to prime your brain to solve them. And so self-reflection is the way.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Richard, how about you? What's your free gift?
My free gift is about a 20-page download, The Courage to Care for Yourself. And often that care, we've all said about caring for yourself. Oftentimes we operate from the of trying to do so much for others in a sense of servitude or looking for approval. But when you really, and you wonder why you're not getting what you want in life, why people are treating you so badly. When you look at self-care and you start putting some boundaries in place, actually people will see you in a different light, but you have to see yourself there with the tools, with the power to say no, with filling your cup first. Then people will start to respond to you as your desire, not from the want, but from truly who you are.
Absolutely love it. How about you, Diane?
Well, when we did our interview, I then left the interview and went to create what I told you I was going to have for everybody. So
yes.
So it actually is an expanded version of the exercise that Bob put me through when I was sitting on my couch complaining about not having the man. So it's interesting that Jean-Luc mentioned the master wheel of life, because my first exercise is something that I've taken from the feng shui compass. And I have you go through an exercise with that. And then I move you into a clarity exercise, which is a different worksheet. And I have a video too that walks you through all of that. And so that you get really, really clear on exactly what it is you're bringing in. Because remember, whatever energy you are vibrating at is what you're going to bring in to you. And so we really kind of work through that. And then I'm available for a call after you do that exercise so that we can kind of go through it and fine tune it.
Yay, I love it. Amazing. Awesome. And Helen, I know that you have to run. Quickly answer, why do you think it's so valuable for people to join?
Oh, wow. Well, just listening to all these speakers, these are just this is just a handful of us.
Yes.
So, as one of the gentlemen said, we all bring our secret sauce, our own little medicine. and we're going to resonate with particular people. That is going to, whatever we share is going to bring exactly what they need for finding that love after divorce.
Yes, love it. Thank you so much. And thanks so much. And everybody tune in today to watch Helen's interview. It's playing today, so do not miss out. Thanks so much. Nichole, how about you? Why is it so important for people to join?
I just want to remind everybody of the definition of insanity: to repeat the same thing over and over and for some reason expect a different result. So if you're living in this loop of insanity and procrastination and not understanding your self-worth and not understanding why you don't have a need to really dig into self-care and understand why you're not taking care of yourself, all of these things contribute to that. And until you change the way you do things, and until you change your perspective on things, you may not know it all. We don't know what we don't know. So doing these sorts of, events is a great way to understand perspective, because until you open your mind to different ways of doing things, yes, we all have our own morals and values and what we hold true to our heart. But until you understand that there are better ways to do things and ways to make your life easier, you may just understand that what you've been doing isn't working. So this is a great way to teach you that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. How about you, Jean-Luc? Why is it important for people to join and to watch these beautiful interviews?
So what I'm reminded of is a lot of time, like, watch the videos, get the exercise. But the thing is, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'll watch videos, I'll read the book, I'll do the same thing." It doesn't, because our limiting belief is our net. Like, everything comes to us, and you filter everything. So if you don't have a coach that challenges you and triggers you, things don't really change. You can watch as many videos you want, you can read as many books as you want. The thing is, one of them doesn't click with you or start trigger you, put it aside. You can shut the video down, you can put the book down. But when you have a coach will challenge you with your trigger. Why are you getting mad? Why are you reacting to this? Or why are you sad about this? But a book or a video won't do that. And that's the big difference. Why working with somebody that can help you, a coach or a mentor, right? And that's the importance of it, to find somebody that you react with, to be able to do those free calls and those free gifts with the coach.
I love it. And can I just add to that? It also comes down to, people have some inspiration, but then they quit quickly, because if something doesn't work, they hit these roadblocks, they see the failure and they say, you know what, it's not for me. But coach is there for you, not to make you quit. Because with the coach, you realize that this is just temporary. This is the part of the process. Failure is just the feedback. And the coach is going to push you forward no matter what you are struggling with. And the coach is going to help you to actually achieve exactly what you had your goal for. So this is a very, very good point. Bruno, how about you? Why people want to join and start listening to these interviews?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I won't repeat what I said, but I'll add to what I said before. So I talked about how it just doesn't help you. It also helps your kids, because of my own experience and how I felt and what happened and all those things. But think about it. Think about the opportunity you have. It's like, you want to show how grateful you are for your life. You want to show how grateful you are for for the life you live and the life you have. Enjoy, right?
Yes.
Because right, and I think, like, I don't really, there's not really much from me. There's not really much to add from that. Like, the best way that we can show how grateful we are for our lives is to take full advantage and opportunity of what universe gives us, right? And like, fully, like, use it, like, dive in it, bathe in it, embrace it for what it is. And don't be shy. Don't be shy with it. Like, don't be like, oh, maybe I'm using it too much. I don't know. What am I doing? And it's like, it's in your life for a reason, right? It was given to you for a reason. It's on your phone. like you saw it online on social media. The link came to you, somebody talked to you about it, you listened to it somewhere for a reason.
Yep.
So like don't let whatever anxieties or whatever past experiences stop you, right? Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Richard. What do you think? Why people want to join us?
Well, again, when you listen, you're going to hear points of view that resonate with you. Sometimes just in an abstract way. We all listen while we're doing other things, but sometimes there's, especially in recording, you get to go back and play it again because we all multitask. And in that recording, go back and I've listened to some pieces 3 or 4 times. Oh, what are they saying? Why is it catching my attention? There's something bound to catch your attention, and at least open up that awareness again. And I say, be curious. What else is possible? What else can I learn from this? And what else can they say that I resonate with? What's on their website? So again, just and even in the background, there's something there that will catch your attention.
I love it. Diane, what are you saying?
I think that when people struggle with love, struggle with relationships, come out of a divorce, there is that reluctance, that resistance, and the reasons why. And when we continue to stay in that vibration, we never transform from that space. So I think what everyone here is doing is really teaching conscious awareness and conscious attention, and really learning how to look at yourself and pieces of your life that may feel like they're in a negative vibration, and moving that space and moving that into what is a more positive vibration, a more hopeful vibration, a more expectant and assumptive vibration. And this is really where you begin to change. This is where you begin to think and act and create different results. And this is what everyone here is providing, is the way to think and act and create different results. And that's really all it is.
Yes, love it. Okay, thank you so much. Anybody wants to say the last tip before we say goodbye? Yes, Nick.
Of course I want to talk, right? I just want to add, doing these events is a great way to take personal responsibility. I think a big problem in our world today is not enough of us are willing to take personal responsibility. And the fact that any breakup, of course, I've said this on past lives, I believe in marriage, and I believe that if you've committed, you need to fight for your marriage. And a big part and a big problem these days is we don't take personal responsibility. So if unfortunately your marriage has dissolved or a relationship has dissolved, until you're ready to step back and see your part that you played in that and take personal responsibility in that part, finding love might be a little bit difficult, right? So I think this is a great way to just take personal responsibility.
Yes, I love it. And thank you so much for everybody to tuning in today. Again, if you haven't registered, register. Helen interview is up today, and all the amazing speakers are coming your way. But you have to make that decision. We can invite you as much as we want to, but again, at the end of the day, it's your choice. So make a wise and great choice for yourself. Thank you so much, and see you on the next live. Bye.